because I'm such a player that I think like you're far the superior player than she was. But you think about the jury.
Yeah.
So
think about all those idiots on there and the hatred and just the Marcellus.
But see, they're idiots if they would vote for her over you. But whatever.
It just would have been too hard to make that case. I wasn't taking that chance, and I didn't feel you did. I mean, that's why. I mean, if someone did if what just happened to me, if that endurance on that key was the only thing of what this thing was, I would have held on to that thing for a fucking week. And the finale would have already happened, and they'd be like, okay, you can let go. I mean, but I had confidence in what actually happened would happen, or worst case. I knew you had the advantage over her. I didn't think she'd like let her hand slip, but I knew you were not gonna chance it. She was like, I really want to win this part. I mean, you were not letting go, right? No.
It worked out for the best, although I was very questioning of you for the last week.
I totally understand.
I was like...
I totally understand. I mean, I had
and then I was like,
oh
my God, is he being mean to me in the diary room? Does he really hate me? Is he just saying horrible things about me?
I mean, when I saw your face and you were like, I mean, I will never forget it. You're like,
well, you said you wanted, you said you wanted a showdown.
I thought it was like at me, and then when I was like going out to the HOH, I felt like, are these fucking chicks ganging up on me now? And I really was like, oh my God, these fucking chicks are coming after me. Like, my head was spinning, spinning. So,
well, I had to make her believe that.
Of course. Of course.
But then again, I was also pretty fucked up because I was believing, when we were exchanging stories, it was kind of like when you realize a guy is dating the same, like two different women, and they get together and they exchange stories, and you're like, oh my God, wait, they said that to you?
Yeah, totally.
So I understand. I felt very, betrayed. I was like,
I totally understand.
Why couldn't he be, I guess he didn't trust me enough, or obviously you wanted Will to get to the end with you, which is, I knew that from the beginning. I knew that I was, not your top priority, and it was you and Will. And I knew, you'll see all my diaries, I'm like, I have to get Will out, because in order to get Boogie, I have to get him out.
Yeah, I totally, I commend you, because I would have been a sucker if on the grand scheme, because I'm, if it was him sitting in that living room and you, and it's like, I'm like a sucker for that like camaraderie thing and that like that storyline and the fucking Chilltown and all that. I mean, the jerseys and all that. That's all my idea. It would have been hard, but I just couldn't do it. So I think everything just worked out for the best. Even if I lose, it's fine.
Sorry that Will had to go on your watch too.
Oh, that's what that. I knew. I was like, if I get in the final, even the week one, I was like, if I make it to the Final Four, something will get fucked up in my unhappiness. That's why I was trying, despite the fucking stupid picture.
I was like, I really thought that you guys threw it because I thought that you had so much confidence in Janelle voting me out, or me voting Janelle out.
No, because we wanted her out at that point, so it was like, we have to win this. And then I just felt so stupid with that stupid picture. If I was throwing it, I would have never told either of you girls, oh, I didn't have a picture up there. That's like a James move. And ironically, it was his face. That's like, oh, I hit the button 10 times.
I was like, they threw it because they wanted you or I to get it to vote each other out. Which probably would have been a good idea, but...
Well, I kept listening and I kept hearing you hitting the button. I was like, oh, she could get it. She could get it.
I was so close.
If you voted her out, it was the best of both worlds for us.
I know.
But I don't mind. I just needed to get her out. I just couldn't. It was my worst nightmare to sit in the end with her. It'd be so frustrating just trying to like chicken George. Like it's just like, if I fucking lost by one vote because Chicken George has some cockamamie story about he doesn't want to get hate mail at his house, I'll blow up your fucking house. I'm just kidding. I love George, but I'm really glad that he didn't affect too much what went on in this game.
You didn't really think I was going to vote you out over Chicken George, did you?
I mean, I know you went to Janelle and were like, final 2, right, or something like, and I'm like, why is she even going in the other room right now?
Well, I wanted her to think that I was still going after you guys. But I wanted her to think like I was going to keep you in the game because you'd be good to go to the final 2. Okay. But there's no time,
right,
you know.
I understand.
I was going to say, let's keep Boogie. We'll go
no,
after the world together.
That feeling of, I mean, as you know, I'm like...
Oh, wait, I mean, you can play the game and keep secrets from me, but I can't keep secrets from you.
And we'll also...
So now, you know how it feels?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Why is she going to talking to Janelle?
That block was fucking hard.
That was sick. That POV was hardcore.
Which one?
That rope?
The rope? Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was. I wouldn't have won that in a million years.
Some more?
No, I'm cool. Thanks. What's with the Kaser cider? What a relief. Just no more competitions and stress.
I know. No more thinking of how many fucking evictions and votes.
God.
And
yeah, I know. Looking at the walls.
God, it's ridiculous.
I wish you could have seen my chalkboard because I was like... I was like 1,608 hours because I was like ready. Times 60 times 60, da-da-da-da.
Wow.
I kind of just my own competitiveness. I just want to win for myself. I trusted you to do the right thing, but I just wanted to win.
It was really tough because trying to get her to vote out Will, I was like swearing, I'm like, on my mother, on my I was like...
You were doing that too?
I was going to just have to say to her, listen, I'm really sorry. I swore on my parents and my family.
You were going to be that reality contestant.
I was going to, but I had to get Will out because he was the stronger player, and now you are the second strongest player, and you have to go. Oof, that would have been ugly.
That would have been really ugly.
She would have been pissed.
I mean, she just... What's good about her, I think she understands, is she can't be mad if your game is brute force.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like Terry, you know, from Survivor, Aris. It's just if your game is brute force, put yourself out there like that.
Right. You're the biggest target. I told her that. That's her strategy. She's like, her strategy is to win competitions. And I'm like, well, it's a good strategy if you win every single one, but you make yourself such a big target by doing that, you know, you're always behind the 8 ball.
That was what was good, I think, for me, is that I won them when I needed to, much like your letter. I mean, I think you did too. I mean, you won them at key times, at least the last 2. You won when you needed to.
I knew I needed to. I knew I needed to hang on that spider web because it was either going to be you got. It was going to be Chilltown for sure. How it was going to put you up for sure.
Right.
That's why I looked at you. I'm like, I'm hanging.
And one of us vetoes. It's you.
One of right.
Yeah.
It's me or Danielle. So. It was funny when Will was like, wait, there's nobody else here. How are you sure? Jump off, fall off.
Oh, yeah. He's like, hey, Boogie, let's, oh, yeah, okay. No, we have to get him off. Fuck. One of our names is going to be on that key.
That key. Wow, that's crazy. And I always knew that little gnome had a red hat. I was ready for that question.
And blue pants. I was like, red? And you're like, what color is pants? I'm like, I don't know.
I think I said that to myself.
Totally guessed on that question, too.
Which one?
The fucking HOH against Janelle. The number of these things.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I just remember seeing a lot of them.
She said you threw that to her.
No, the one I won. The gnomes.
Oh, the gnomes.
Yeah.
You threw the spirits one to her?
What's the spirits one?
The one where I went up with Danielle. The one that she won and put me and Danielle up.
Week 6? The redo? Yes, I did, sort of.
Asshole.
On the last question. I knew you'd be fine.
I know, because I was your pawn.
Week 6.
God.
Yeah. The redo, and I felt horrible because you guys were so mad about it. And I went to the last question against her, and I was like, because I said to Will, I'm like, we got to go far. We got to go deep into the competition because the other girls are going to be looking for the fucking throw. So I went really far, and then I was like, I think this is far enough. A or whatever it was. And it was perfect.